106, so that'll be 104, okay? Let's take a look at number 3. So for number 3, how are you getting from 6 to 12? 12 to 24. 24 to 48. Okay, do you see how the difference here is the difference of 6? So like with this one's different than the last one. The other one was quadratic. If you look at the pattern, it's 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. They're not consistent, but you're just adding different numbers, right? So that's quadratic, okay? This right here, not only are you adding different numbers, but there is a pattern between the two of them. Like, do you see how it is difference of 2? Like this right here is also a difference of 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So maybe I'm thinking like maybe this is going to be quadratic as well. Does that make sense? Okay. Exponential is when you have a number that goes shoots up like this really quickly. Okay. And exponential is if it's not plus the numbers, it's going to be like 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared. So that's going to be like that part. Does that make sense? So this is exponential. Quadratic just means that you're going to have like plus 5, plus 7, plus 9, plus 11, right? And there's a difference of 2, right? So that's quadratic. Linear. Linear is you just add same number. So it's add or subtract by the same. Do you see the difference now? Okay, I think this is going to be quadratic as well, right? So if we're going to go into the next one, it's going to be 48 plus what? What's after 6, 12, 24? The difference here is going to be 6, 30, 30. Because you have 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is, nope, that's not it. 12 plus 12 is 24, right? 6, 12, 24, 48. It almost looks like this is kind of like saying 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3. Or no, this would be 6 times 4 is 24, right? 6 times 8. Okay, so you go 1, 2, 4, 8. I think it's to be next one is to be like 6. Well, 1, 2, 4, 8. Maybe 10. I don't know. That's an interesting question. So let's try. Let's see. So what are the next 3 numbers for, what is it? 1, 6. Is it 12 or 2, 12? What does that mean? No. Just give me the number. I'm not even doing that right now. I'm just trying to figure out what the next number is because I can't figure it out. So what's the first number? Go. Keep going. Is that it? I don't even know the next number yet. Do you understand? Once I figure out the next few numbers, then I can put in 2 points. Pattern analysis. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. So it just looks like the previous number. You just take the number and multiply by 2. Correct? So let's go back to this. We're going to redo this part. So 6 times 2 is 12. Hold on. 12 times 2 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48, correct? 48 times 2 is? 96 times 2 is? What's the next number after that? 192. So now that I have the numbers here, then I can put into points. 1, 6, 2, 12, right? 3, 24, correct? So let's go back. I'm going to ask the same question. You know, you could just copy and paste, right? Is it linear, exponential, quadratic? And what are the numbers? 1,
6,
1, 6. Next one. 2.
2,
Next one.
3, and 20.
And next one.
4,
Okay, next one.
5.
Okay, that should be enough. So let's see. It's a geometric pattern. Arithmetic. Actually, I'll tell you about this. Yeah, so arithmetic. Look over here. Linear, because you're adding and subtracting. That's arithmetic, okay? When you're multiplying, or dividing, it's geometric. You see the difference? Okay, so let's go back and see what we have. So multiply by 2. We did agree with that, right? So this is exponential. It's exponential. Do you see how it's 2 to the n minus 1? Okay. So this one is arithmetic. Or I'm sorry, this is exponential. Okay, so then what you can say, this is arithmetic, or I'm sorry, it's asking for exponential, right? So write that down, exponential, and it is y equals 6 times 2 to the x minus n, or t of n equals 6 times 2 to the n minus 1. That's your equation, okay? 2 more to go. Okay, number 4. Did you do number 4? What is the pattern there that you see? That's not. How do you get from 0 to -3? Try again, please. How do you get from -3 to -5 to -8? And then what do you think from -8 to -7 or 15 is? Do you see it's odd, right? I have a feeling, but the difference between these two is 2, 2, 2. I think this is gonna be one of those where it's also gonna be, this is gonna be exponent or not exponential. Do you see the difference between what this, like between number 3 and number 2? Like number 2 was quadratic, right? And all it was like different numbers, but same difference the second time, right? So I feel like this is gonna be quadratic. Does that make sense? So then what's the next one after 15? And give me one more after the next one after that.
21, 24.
Yep, and what else?
35.
Positive or negative? Okay, so then let's go ahead and figure out. Okay, what's the number? What do you have? 1, comma. Okay, and then what's after that? Next one. Next one. Next one more. Let's do one more. Oh shit, what just happened? Hold on. Okay, 4, comma 48. Positive or negative? Is it 1 comma negative 6? Hold on, let me just go ahead and do this. 1 comma negative 3, and then 2 comma, okay, and 3 comma 15, and then 4 comma negative 24, and then 5 comma so it's a quadratic formula. I already said that, correct? So for number 4, it's quadratic, right? And your equation is going to be y equals negative x squared minus 2x, right? Or t to the n equals negative n squared minus 2n. Does that make sense? Okay. So then what would it be if I asked for t to the 10? What would that be? Like if you did it 10 times, or to the 10th figure. So this right here is going to be a negative 100 minus 20 is negative 120. Okay, just be careful with that negative by the n. Yeah, good. All right, next one. Here we go. Last one, yay. All right, how are you getting from 12 to 15 or 5? Good, and then minus 7. I think it's just consistent, just all minus 7. Do you see it? Okay, so what's the next number after that?
Six.
Perfect. And then if you take a look at this one right here, what is your slope going to be? Because it's linear, consistent. What's your slope? It's negative 7, right?
Yeah.
So then here, y equals mx plus b. So then find your, okay, so you have y. Well, you already know which y is. You're going to use the first point, correct? Your first point is 1 comma 12. Now plug that in. Find u. You have 10. Is it 100?
Yeah, you said
Okay, so we're going to do the 100th figure. It'll be negative 7 times 100 plus 19, right? So negative 700 plus 19, correct? Which is a negative. You have to subtract it, 681. Yes? Good. Then we're done. Yes? All right, so kind of going back to this right here, do you see the difference between the quadratic pattern? I just want to make sure you know. So, all right. So take a look over here. This one's quadratic, correct? With the quadratic one, it's different adding and subtracting, correct?
Yeah.
but it's also just different. Like adding and subtracting, there's no multiplying of any kind, right? Right? No multiplying, right? Like 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. But they still have a common difference as 12. That's quadratic, okay? Now, I want you to take a look where it is exponential, like number 3, correct? Number 3, do you see everything we do is multiplication? Okay, so then in your notes right here, exponential is gonna be multiplication. Okay? Quadratic is adding odd numbers, but the difference is gonna be the same. Okay? Linear is just add and subtract same number. Do you see the difference between quadratic or exponential and linear? Okay, all right, that concludes it.